Howdy.
What's up, everybody? Oh, this earpiece is just on an adventure here.
Really?
Yeah, it was sticking out over here like I don't know.
Mine does that all the time. I just let it go.
Do you? Do you? Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for being with us today for Live with Lee and Hayley. We appreciate it. And hello again to Louisville. We had a good response from, as you know, we started airing in Louisville
got people
just
writing
yesterday.
To us already. They got on our Facebook page and
said they watched us yesterday. So hi to our new viewers in Louisville today. So we certainly appreciate it.
And Pikeville as well.
And Pikeville, yes. We recently started airing there as well. So
on today's show, a lot happening.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Oh, he has no idea what's coming up. Let me tell you what we did this morning. We have had the best day today filming something really great for you guys. Castle and Key Distillery. We went out there. They have their grand opening coming up September 19th, so next week. They are amazing. We did a story with them last year. There was an old distillery there, the Old Taylor Distillery in Frankfurt.
Yeah.
It had been...
The Colonel Taylor was, as I have said before, was the Elon Musk of his day.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Sort of groundbreaking,
which was
innovative.
cooler until about a few weeks ago when Elon smoked pot on video.
Well, he was
were upset about
doing
that.
shots of bourbon.
He was living his life, Anyway, so it was vacant since 1972 until 4 years ago. Some investors bought this property in Frankfurt.
What a transformation.
It's amazing. They already have vodka and gin for sale now that they've already distilled, and it's out. Their bourbon will be available in a couple of years, but we went out today and got to sample some of those spirits. We also got a tour of all the property that they've revived, and then you can go for a tour starting September 19th.
Can't go for a tour.
Oh, I'm sorry. They don't call it a tour there. They call it
an experience, which is the tagline for the movie Saw.
An experience. But yes, we had the best time in Frankfurt this morning at Castle and Key, so you've got to go check it out. I mean, we recommend it so high. I mean,
right, you'll love it. I describe it as the Disney World of the bourbon industry.
Yes, the Disney World of the bourbon industry. Everywhere you look is something so unique. Yeah, so we've got that coming up for you
And a lot of good-looking dudes work there. Am I crazy, or were there not good-looking dudes hanging all over that place?
Let me tell you what happened. And
I can say that, right? I'm okay to say that.
Are you?
Yeah.
You're a straight man.
Yeah.
You go out there. You
I
say
was
who's
as of
attractive.
This morning.
You go.
And then I go to Castle and Key. I
We
don't
go
know
to
anymore.
Castle and Key.
I don't know what to think
anymore. They have this tasting room. We went in there. They were like, would you guys like to sample some of the cocktails made with the gin and the vodka?
Right.
Sure, we walk in. There is
a
very attractive bartender there named John who was doing it for us. We walk in. I'm like, Lee, can you act like you've been there before? We walk in and Lee goes, my gosh, you're a handsome man.
He was.
First thing
I
he
thought
says
he should know it.
as we walk in, and the guy was like, oh, what the? Thank you. And yes, he was very attractive.
And then who else is over there digging stuff and putting plant? John Karloftis.
John Karloftis was there, yes.
How about the little muscular fella that opened the door for us at the thing?
You didn't mention him to me then.
I thought you was already weirded out by my comment about the bartender guy.
Here's the thing that ladies do, okay?
Oh, what do they do?
We think men are attractive. I just don't shout it at them like a construction worker to a woman walking down the street. Lee needs to learn when you want to holler at men.
Well, most of the time you don't see that many good-looking guys together.
I didn't know
unless
that
you're
this
at a Chippendale show.
Right.
See, the way men work is you have your alpha.
You have your alpha.
And then all the pilot fish hang around him.
Okay.
And those guys aren't as good looking.
Okay.
So that's normally the way. That's the way we group ourselves together. Okay. And if you're a pilot fish, you're hoping something falls off from the main shark.
Right.
That's how it works. So when you see a bunch of alpha sharks out there, it's like, what? This is weird.
So I didn't realize this is another reason you should go out to Castle and Key. Hot guys out the A. Okay, go check them out. They're all very attractive and some pretty ladies as well. Do you want me to tell the viewers what's coming up today?
Yeah.
Since you don't know.
I'll let you do it.
Okay, so today
it's a whole new world we live in where we allow women to speak. So speak.
So yesterday, if you saw on the show, Lee told me I needed to stop talking so he could get a word in.
You know what? Some fella, God bless him, some guy who wrote, he's 86 years old, and he said, you talk too fast.
Really?
And he said he's got a device that he uses, and you get to a frequency where he can't comprehend you, and he assumed I had the same issue.
Because of your advanced age. I'm sorry, sir. I will try to go slower for you. That
Thank
is a complaint
you.
I get. However, let me respond to the several people on our Facebook page after yesterday's show that said, Lee, I'm surprised you're still alive, that I had not murdered you after that comment.
I ain't worried about it.
But after what you just said now, the show is over.
Oh, get over it.
Goodbye. Okay, so today we have our friends from Miguel's Restaurant in Frankfurt.
Oh, I love those guys.
It's as if this is the first time you're knowing what's on the show
I'm
today.
so happy. Miguel's is here.
Miguel's is here.
They're
yes.
so good.
They're so good. They have such an expansive menu, and we're going to see some of the things. And it's Tuesday, which means there are half-off dining deals.
Oh, you got to get that before it sells out.
Yes. And then we're also going to be talking about a great event coming up in Harrodsburg. It's the Artisan Expo and Jazz Fest.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yes.
I visited with them last year on the morning show.
Did you?
That's a good deal.
This is going to be a big day for you. Big day. Do you want me to stop talking now, or is it
No, I think we need to do Hot Topics.
kind of a free-for-all?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Let's do our Hot Topics
Roll
today.
It's hard to believe, but it's been 17 years ago today that the United States was attacked. 3,000 Americans died. It was 8:46 a.m. when the first plane hit the first tower at the World Trade Center in New York. Survivors, first responders, and victims' families attended the annual reading of the victims' names at Ground Zero. President Trump and the First Lady made a visit to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where a new memorial honors the people on Flight 93 who they fought back against the hijackers. Vice President Mike Pence and Defense Secretary Jim Mattis visited the Pentagon, which was also hit 17 years ago today.
It really is amazing to think
The world
it's been
changed.
17 years. I saw so many people tweeting yesterday on the 10th saying it's hard to remember a before. It's hard to remember our lives before this happened. September 10th, 2001 was an extremely unremarkable day, a day where we were all still just living our lives before this was just such a mark in America as we know it.
That day in particular itself, it was one of the best weather days for the entire country. It was just crystal clear skies. And I mean, the whole eastern seaboard, almost all the way to the west coast.
Yeah.
Just nothing but blue.
Where were you? What were you doing then?
Disney World.
Of course you were at Disney World. You're always at Disney
I
World.
was at Disney World.
Yeah.
And they believed at the time that they may be targeted as well.
Yeah.
So they kicked everybody out of the Magic Kingdom, which
Yeah.
is where I was. Because when I was getting out of the car and I heard when the second plane hit, and I thought, this is what's going on. And then
That's when I think everybody really thought, oh, this is not an accident.
And this was before Twitter, Facebook, and all that stuff, so you didn't really
You only
get
heard
information.
Right. It was
the
only
way
on the
we do
news or
now.
by word of mouth, people that had just seen it on the news. Yeah.
And then they made some announcement, boys and girls of all ages, the Magic Kingdom is now closing due to unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah. I mean, that everybody was terrified after that happened because you didn't know. I was in 8th grade. How does that make you feel?
I was on my 7th grade trip.
Were you? No, I was in 8th grade and I was in math class.
They let me rent a car.
Yeah, did they? Wow. Yeah, I was in math class. I'll never forget. Our
Well, how they explain it to you?
our headmaster came over the.
The headmaster.
I knew you were going to kill me for that. I went to a private school. Excuse me.
Oh,
So yes,
God.
came over the intercom and said, yeah, just kind of explained a little bit about what was happening, and then classes were essentially over, and they said your parents can come pick you up at any time, so they were contacting parents. But I remember after that they moved us all kind of into the auditorium and turned on the TV, and we had like our social studies or our government kind of teachers kind of explaining to us all what was going on, because again, we were in 8th grade, we didn't know what the World Trade Center was essentially.
Well,
so
the
we
thing
were
about
learning all about
the
it.
Magic Kingdom
was
is
scary.
Disney is all about staging and sleight of hand, and so you never know where music comes from, you never know who's watching you, it's all about the show.
Right.
For the first time, I mean, even before they made the announcement, we saw guys show up full body armor with rifles, standing. And well, we knew that something was going on, but there's guys holding guns at the Magic Kingdom.
This isn't normal.
Not to mention Chippendale and Goofy were armed to the teeth as well.
Right. Gosh.
But yeah, you knew
definitely.
It was different. And the world changed.
It did. The world changed in the biggest way. I mean, so we definitely do not forget, and you shouldn't either. Just remember those families that were affected, and all of us were affected, but certainly those who lost members of their family. It's just definitely something we will not forget no matter how many years pass. So.
All right.
All right, so a charter school in Georgia is reinstating the controversial paddle policy.
Okay.
The Georgia School for Innovation in the Classics, it is a charter school. A K-9 school is bringing the paddle policy as a form of discipline. Corporal punishment is voluntary, so parents have to sign a form saying it's okay if my child gets in trouble, you can do this. It states a student will be taken in an office behind closed doors, so it's not going to be in front of other people. They will have to place their hands on knees or a piece of furniture. They'll be struck in the behind with a paddle no more than 3 times. If the parents don't want to do it, then the student will be suspended for whatever the issue was, up to 5 days. Oh. The school says they've received 100 forms back signed. A third of them gave school officials permission to paddle the child. Georgia is one of 19 states that still use corporal punishment. Kentucky also uses it, in case you did not know.
I know a lot of people don't like corporal punishment, but if it's administered the proper way, which means through love, and it's the anticipation of it is really.
Oh man, when my mom would spank me when I was little,
to change your
ways.
Minutes
before it was like, that was worse. I almost wish, it was.
Because the psyche of a young man especially, pain compliance usually is the only way to get their attention.
Yeah.
And you never strike a child when you're emotional. So I'm not advocating spanking because you're mad and you hit.
That's totally different.
Never. You say, you're going to your room, and at 3 o'clock, like Gary Cooper, I'm coming to spank you. And they sit up there and they think about it.
Not good.
And what it does, they start to realize the consequences of what I've brought this pain upon myself. That's what you're trying to get, is them to change the behavior, not to release your emotions.
Right, that's a totally different situation.
Yeah, if you're emotional, you're not doing it right.
Right, yes. So, but again, I do think
that's abuse, by the way.
Yes, that is abuse. But yeah, so I do think it's important that they are offering parents the option. They're not just saying, we're doing this, we're not running it by anybody.
But there are some people who would they'll fight you tooth and nail. Oh, you should never strike a child. Like, well, I bet your kids are a piece of work.
I'll just say this. It taught me a lot when I was little.
Me too.
Mom and Dad meant business, and I did not do
Taught me how to cheat better, so I won't get caught.
Right, right. You are going to be paddled after the show, okay? I'm calling Tom Ackerman in, and he's going to do...
If only we had time.
For such pleasures. That's from a film. It's from a movie.
What movie?
What movie is that? With Melissa McCarthy?
What is it called?
Heat something?
Yeah. No, Spy. Spy. She's with the guy.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah, and he's trying to untie her, and she's saying some crude things.
You need to watch it. Okay, those are our hot topics today.
Okay. Well, you can treat yourself to a Blizzard or a lunch deal for free. Dairy Queen is offering a $50 gift card, and we got them to give away.
We had so many of you enter yesterday. The good news is we have another gift card to give away today. Contact us on Facebook right now. Send us a message, your name and phone number, or send us an email at lwlh@lex18.com for your chance to win. We'll announce the big winner at the end of the show today. Good luck.
All right, coming up next, take a quick trip to Harrisburg this weekend.
Check out art, enjoy jazz, and chow down at the Artisan Expo and Jazz Fest. We've got all the details coming up for you right here on the show. Stay with us.